to Jeffman316's next movie hunt video.
Let's go, baby!
Let's get out there and have some fun. What are we waiting for? Let's go!
Yeah, let's go. Hey, I stopped into this Walmart. It's my one local one that doesn't have a lot of movies, but they did have some of these collections, like this Conjuring 4 film collection. The Final Destination they've had. They restocked Dogma, so they are getting some newer catalog releases anyway, but mostly like movie collections. Look, like the John Wick 5 film collection on DVD though, but look, they got the Jurassic World 7 movie collection. So they are changing out their stock a little bit, and they added a few more collections to it, so that's good. Maybe they'll actually get new releases in and I can start including multiple Walmarts again in my hunts. But either way, let's go into Target and see what we might can find in here. Not expecting too much. We'll sneak up on the wrestling section by going by this little section here with little mini collectibles. There's the Tiny Nightmares. Watch my video that shows you the codes that are on the bottom. I'm going to just check, see which ones they've got here. See if it's one. G is grabber. I'll let you know that one. But watch my video. I'll tell you which codes are which. And they didn't have too much there. So let's look over here in the wrestling section. We got a Top Picks CM Punk. What is with that face on there? That's weird. I think him and Roman are the only ones in that series. So kind of boring. Not too much else over here. If that goes clearance, I might get that figure just to get that AWA belt. Then they got that Piper's Pit. You know, my store doesn't have a lot of NECA anymore, but they did have some NECA stuff on sale on their site, and they had like a coupon. So I did make a Target.com order for some NECA figures. So I'll be showing you that pretty soon. That's kind of exciting, I guess. Spider-Man figures. We got Spider-Man 2099, Cardiac. These figures here will be clearance. Nobody's going to buy that shit, but either way. Especially nobody's going to pay $55 for G.I. Joe figures. What is with that? Is he taking a dump? What's with that face? These figures need to be clearanced. I remember when that Hawk girl there was super hard to find. Now they're everywhere, like that one and the Engineer, because nobody wants them. Hey, look here, it's a Platinum Edition. I bought one of these and sold it recently, so maybe I'll do it again. There's the regular and the Platinum. And nothing else in this section. They got, you know, Super Mario stuff all around because of that new movie coming out. And then they got One Piece. I've never been much into that or the live action. But either way, let's go around the corner over here where the great vinyl records are. Harry Styles, he had a funny cameo on SNL and he's the next host. But I'm not sure who they are. Should I know who they are? I don't know. More vinyl. Let's get through this vinyl section and get back here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
Yeah, that's what I think of the vinyl. We'll sneak up on this. They don't usually have anything. One of you guys said that phone was clearanced in your Target. It's not in mine. $41.49. Hey, they did get some new Turtles. So NECA stuff is trickling back into this store.
Thank you, God!
We got this one. Stranger Things. Got a little mini figure set here. That's kind of boring. It looks cool in the bus box, but and that's the only two they got, I guess. There's that Simpson stuff I mentioned. Some Pops. Oh, I thought that might have been a Chase sticker. It says glow in the dark. Not a whole lot over here. There's somebody on this right next to me, so I can't record much. But that Target was kind of a bust. Let's go into this Walmart. I haven't been in this one in a while. It's kind of out of the way. I like this little Galaxy Plays Back display here. So it's got Smart Play. I think it makes noises when you move this thing. Well, that's kind of boring. So he don't fucking do anything. R2's the coolest. And what's not cool is the damn prices on this shit. Good geez, man. Lego, $70 for one set. What's down this aisle? Not a whole lot here. There's that Batman plush. Nobody wants. Look at there. Strawberry shortcake. At least they got some of that Star Wars on clearance. What is that, Jesus?
Oh, you're going straight to hell for that one.
These little mini Transformers always intrigue me, especially since they're only $5. Oh, look, they got the Ultimate Kurt Angle. I remember, look, what the hell? It's got the wrong head in there. Not too much on the Superstar figures. I am an animal lover. Not much down there. That was weird that Kurt Angle had a Stone Cold head in there. It didn't look like it had been opened, so I wonder if it came packaged that way. So maybe we found a variant figure. Yeah, look at here. I'll show it to you again. So there's the heads that are supposed to be in there. Look at that one. It's a Stone Cold head in there. That's Stone Cold's head in there.
Yeah, it is.
Why is Stone Cold's head in there with Kurt Angle? And there's another one. That is just totally weird. Two of them have Stone Cold's head in there. All right, look, this is the Walmart that used to have this display this way. Somebody must organize them when they put them in here, and I found steel books in here. I called it the well of steel books. I guess I won't find steel books in here anymore, but either way, I'll flip through and show you a few things. Eon Flux is a good $5 set. The Strangers Chapter 1, the whole fucking trilogy used to be $5.
Yeah.
Look, it's like a wall of DVDs. I remember when you find Blu-rays.
What?
Steel books.
What?
Everything in this kind of display, man. I'll let you eyeball it. Freedom. I don't remember seeing that in the other one. The other store. Look, Ghost Ship is... I was just mentioning that on somebody's post. That is a very underrated movie. Got one of the best horror openings ever. Got Pearl there. If you see anything, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm just giving you an eyeball view of, overview of the well of $5 DVDs. Their little NECA section is pathetic. They do have the Michael Myers. They've got the plush art. Got some DC. Not much on these. Look, we got a Lex Luthor with the little mini kaiju. Got a Platinum Edition Flash. Looks like trash.
Oh!
Got a Superman. I don't like those at all. Got some Turtles. Got some Quark, Star Trek. Got some Simpsons plush. A few pops. Ghostbusters. Look at there. There's Vigo from Ghostbusters 2. And over here in their movies, it says movies up there. Let's see what they got over here. They do have Zootopia, No Steelbook, Cobra Kai, Final Season, Star Trek, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Hey, look at there, Predator Badlands. Oh, well, if you didn't get it with the slip, you might have missed it, because now they don't have the slip in there. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Running Man, at least they got the 4K. That's 4K slip. And nothing much else, and I am probably going to get one of those Kurt Angles, just so you know. Shin Godzilla in 4K up there. Mission Impossible, Naked Gun. So it's just so random which movies get a 4K release and which ones don't. Holy shit, look over here. They have the Friday the 13th 10 disc set, and you can't get the shit out of the rack. Holy shit, it's too tall to even fit in the rack.
Damn!
Look at here. I didn't do any of this damage. Look at that spider wrap already did all that damage to it. The plastic is ripped to shreds. Look at that on the back. $129. I'm going to try to fit it back in there. I'll get it in there once the video is over, but why in the hell would they have that spider wrap ripping that to shreds? Look at my pet peeve video and you'll know how I feel about fucking spider wraps. But at least they do have a decent section here. And don't bitch at me in the fucking comments about trying to pull that thing out of that spot. You know nobody could have got that thing out of there. It was wedged too tight and that spider wrap shouldn't have been on there. And it was already ripped all to shreds in the back. So I don't want to hear any shit for that. But either way, I should call this the angry movie hunt.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Here's those slip covers for the iconic moments. For the Lost Boys seems to be one of the ones that isn't in all the Walmarts. So if you're keeping score at home, maybe get the Lost Boys if you're trying to complete the collection because it's not in every Walmart. Battery's not included. It's cool.
Everybody be cool. You be cool.
What else they got over here? I don't see too much. So Walmart's probably basically a bust. That's an anime 4-pack somebody was talking about in one of their videos. The Wolfpack is back. In cap is in this Walmart. Got some 4Ks. Awesome to see.
Awesome.
Got some standbys that we've always seen. And look, Little Nicky, Land of the Lost, and Tenacious D. And Hangover. Those are 4 great options along with Dodgeball, Meet the Parents. So some good stuff on that end cap. I was looking at the shirts over here, showing my wife. Look at this shit. Big League Chew. But they went up on the shirts. $10.98. But if I find that Big League Chew, I might have to get that. They didn't have it stocked up yet. So here's some of the newer ones coming out in this Walmart. Spider-Man. There's that Scream one that I've already got. Got a Super Mario. So that's cool. And look on the way out. Look, Legends. Look, Stuff of Legends. Green. I wonder what flavor that is. But there's Doctor Doom, man. You guys ready for the new Avengers going to be coming out? Masked. With color changing cream.
That's what.
If you say that's what she said one more time, I'm going to pop you.
And look at this shit. Snow in fucking March here in Virginia. It was 80 degrees 2 days ago before this hunt. And now look, the post office is making deliveries in the snow. Over here in the Lego section, I really like that right there. That ideas, the lamp like the Pixar, but I'm not liking $70 for it. That Batman symbol is cool along with that Batmobile, but so that's right over here next to the 50% off Kino sale. And I was talking to somebody. Kino is not the only thing. There's select Paramount titles. Paramount. Easy for me to say. Titles that are also 50%. But it's not all of them from what I see. So hit or miss, but look up some Paramount titles and you might be able to get them. Check out my Peter Sellers Clouseau collecting video that I posted about the Pink Panther movies. There's other stuff on the channel other than hunts. Here's their $5, $7 DVD section. Look at there, Cannonball Run. Find that streaming, I dare you. And here's a movie that needs a fucking Blu-ray. Seems like old times. Classic Chevy Chase gets no respect. Salem's Lot has got a 4K getting ready to come out. And I think that's one of the 50% off titles that I saw because you could get it for like $13. So too bad it doesn't have the slip. And here's the rest of their bargain bin section. Even got some bargain bin stuff on the feature titles. That's really what we're featuring. Better Off Dead, you'd have to check that one. I don't know if that one is 50% off or not. But they do have Spawn from Arrow, The Crow, Casino. There's that Pink Floyd right there. One of you guys said you were going to get. I'm not picking that up, I don't think. Ben-Hur down there with the slip. Roof Man, I still need to watch that. Wild Robot, there's the Steelbook. I've got the UK release. I think it's UK, so I'm not going to get that. Scream. Ace Ventura got the worst 4K, I mean. Sorry. But the Steelbook cover artwork should have won for worst Steelbook artwork.
Yeah! Yeah!
The Conjuring. A lot of steel books over here. Final Destination, Lethal Weapon, Mission Impossible, The Godfather, Long Legs, Jurassic. I think that's Jurassic World Rebirth. American Pie was over here. All the President's Men. That shit is too high. $52. What do we say?
That's too fucking high.
And then The Devil's Advocate. That's a new release. That's kind of expensive as well. You can get that cheaper at Amazon. Catch Me If You Can. Road Trip. The Creep Show movies. Shit that I arranged over here for them and still not selling. So I guess I didn't do a good job of displaying. We Were Soldiers. Is that Paramount? Oh well, nothing else. And the TV stuff, I know I did look online. Stuff like this from Paramount is 50% off on their website. Because I looked up some of them. Landman, that was one of them. That's 50% off. Wonder why they don't have a sign. Oh, look, there's Dawson's Creek. Kind of timely. Rest in peace, James Van Der Beek. Dexter. I think those NCIS ones. I think those are 50% off. What else was? I'm trying to remember. I don't know if Jack Ryan was or not. I know Reacher was, so that's 50% off. That's about the only time you can afford anything. All the Star Trek was 50% off. I remember seeing it. Even the Lower Decks animated stuff. All of that stuff's pretty cool. I like those. So let's get out of the TV section. Angels in the Outfield, very underrated movie. Did that get a Disney Movie Club Blu-ray release? Cinderella 4K. I saw the 4K case. Wanted to know what it was. So over here we got the Arrow stuff next to the anime. Still got Excalibur up there. All these movies are awesome, man. Arrow knocked it out of the park. That's why they won the Jeffy Award for Best Boutique Label. Visitor is good. I love that cover artwork with the eye. Re-release of True Romance Without a Slip. The Mask. Jason Goes to Hell. Which movie did you guys watch for Friday the 13th? I posted a short on there asking that question. I watched Jason Lives. And we got a DVD. I like to point that out. Criterion comes back to Barnes & Noble. We're back, baby, with a DVD.
And I love DVDs, right? I like to be about a decade behind everybody else, you know?
The Brutalist. I like that movie. What do you guys think? What about the A24 Crystal Lake teaser? Did you like it? I need to watch that Song Sung Blue. Hamnet. I haven't watched that either, and I didn't buy it. Should I buy it? What other movies have a red case? I need a red case for a movie. I want to put my Hard Eyes in one, but I don't want to pay for that price. Somebody get me a red case movie. Send it to me. I'll give you my address. Castaway, excellent movie. Now that Disney owns Fox, we'll probably never get a 4K of that. City Slickers 2, but the first one ended up getting a Arrow UK Blu-ray release. Clueless, I'm not sure if that's 50% off. You have to check. That's a Paramount title. Green Border, what is that? I thought that was Charlie Day on the front there for a second. Gone with the Wind. Overrated movie, a classic that I don't really like. I know that's 50% off there. I might pick that up. What are some other classics? Like, I'll give you another one. Citizen Kane, I don't like. What are movies that are classic that you think everybody's supposed to like, but you don't? Put that in the comments. I feel like I'm ramming a lot in this video. Did I take some fucking cocaine and didn't know it?
Cocaine? What's it do?
It turns all your bad feelings into good feelings.
I'm thinking maybe I'd like to try me some of that cocaine.
Friday the 13th Part 2. With that sticker on there. Watch my pet peeves video. You'll know that that's one of my pet peeves. Stickers on slip cases. Or slip covers, I mean. So Evil Dead, which one of those steel books or do you like, or do you like the slipcover version better? Like Escape from New York, I like the original artwork better. I need to get that Aaron Brockovich. That's a pretty good movie. And when is Encino Man going to get a Blu-ray, please? Probably never. Touchstone and all those movies are kind of stuck on DVD. A lot of them on DVD. Look, there's another one with a damn sticker on it. I guarantee you some of that foil comes off when you try to pull that off. Him. I don't even remember what the slipcover looked like. Network. That's getting a 4K Criterion, right? It's weird that that the Blu-ray randomly showed up in here. Huh.
Who are you talking to? There's nobody here.
Past Lives. I haven't seen that. Is that any good? Look at that. That's a nice slipcover right there on that Warner. Together with no slip for the Blu-ray. Did the Blu-ray have one? I think maybe only the 4K had one. There's Tommy Boy. That's probably part of the 50% off sale. It's just the slipcover version, not the steelbook. And I was talking about this in the comments. The Paramount Presents line. That's one of the 4K releases there that's good. And you guys said that they killed that line. There's Ragtime. So I guess I could go fill in the gaps of the ones I'm missing now. Or are they hard to get? The Man Who Wasn't There, I didn't pick that up, and I'm glad I didn't. Now there's a 4K Criterion coming out. So when the sale happens, I might pick it up. What else we got? There's the security thing down there. Yep, I set it off. Let me get out of this section before I do that again. Hey, there's another Pink Floyd. That's kind of cool. I'll put that right there. I haven't seen that movie. Is it any good? There's Conjuring on Steelbook. One Battle After Another. You think that'll win Best Picture? Or will it be Sinners or another choice? And then on the way out, look, they do at least have a good vinyl there. The Blues Brothers. A kick-ass soundtrack. All right, well, that's about it. So let's look online and see what else came out this week. Hey everybody, let's take a look online to see what came out the week of March 10th this past week before I close out the video. But it's not a lot of new releases, mostly catalog stuff. So we'll dive right in. You get the Shout / Scream Factory release of The Devil's Advocate starring Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. I really like that movie, so I'll probably be picking that up. And in a very underrated movie, Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour, and Somewhere in Time. It's the 4K release of that. It's nice to finally get a 4K upgrade. I think I've got the Universal Blu-ray of that. Viridanya, how you pronounce that, 4K. Not familiar with that movie at all. It's a Criterion release. Rango gets a regular release of 4K. I know there was a steelbook of that a while back. That movie's okay. I'm not a huge fan of that, so I think I'm all right with my Blu-ray of that. Bugs Bunny Collection, the Looney Tunes What's Up Doc. I already owned that Blu-ray. I think I got it way back in the day when it was part of that set that had a pop with it. So I guess that's just the standalone release of that. We got looks like some anime stuff. A Night in the Life of Jimmy Reardon. Damn, man, I haven't seen that movie in so long, and I don't even know that I own that on any media. River Phoenix is in that. I'm definitely picking that up. Picture of a Nymph, not familiar with that. We got some Peter Sellers early classics. If you're not familiar with Peter Sellers, you should be. Great comedian of his time, really underrated actor too, performer. Famous mostly for the Clouseau role, Inspector Clouseau. Check out my video of that where I talk about my favorite releases of that over time and the new Kino 4Ks that I highly recommend. But here's some of his early movies. You get 5 movies in a set, so I'm probably going to pick that up as well. Resident Alien gets a complete series Blu-ray release. You know, that show's hit or miss for me. I'm not a super fan of that. This next movie I might have to get just for the cover and the title alone. Big Boobs Buster from 1990. How have I never heard of that? I don't know, but we'll be checking that out probably on the channel. Highway to Hell. I was talking about Visual Vengeance with one of you guys recently. That's one of the next releases there. Highway to Hell is coming out. The Last Screening. I'm not familiar with that movie, so I might have to do some research into that one. I like the cover there. Season 4 of Resident Alien, if you've been keeping track of that one all along, and if you don't want to buy the complete series. You get the Best Worst Movie in the American Scream, a double pack release. You get the Basement Horror Anthology. I didn't pick that up. That's the standard release. I think there was a limited edition with that one with like a slipcover and stuff. High Low Country, starring Woody Harrelson, Patricia Arquette. I know that's a Kino release. You got Game of Thrones, the complete collection, 4K. Blue Sunshine, 4K, very under the radar, underrated movie. I like it. I've got the limited edition version of that. Marlon Brando, Jane Fonda, and Robert Redford in The Chase. I would have to think about picking that up. That's got an all-star cast. We got Billy D. Williams, Scott Joplin, not for some anime stuff. Busted Babies, not familiar with that. New Religion. Year of the Rabbit, just like the cover of that. It's weird. I read about it. Seems kind of quirky. Don't know much about that. May get that one eventually. Year of the Rabbit. Let me know if you know much about that in the comments down below. There's the 4K of Blue Sunshine. Janine's Face Exploded. Looks like Dawn of the Dead. I have no clue what the hell that is. Is that adult oriented? We got some anime there. We got The Whitest Kids You Know's Wars. I don't know what that is. Is that a parody of Star Wars or something? I'm not sure. Little Trouble Girls. Yeah, no comment there. Dante's Inferno and Sledgehammer get a re-release with a new slipcover. I know that the other versions of that sold out pretty quickly. I think it's TerraVision released those. So it's nice to see them get a re-release. And I think that's about it. You got some Rush and some Asia that came out on March 13th. But other than that, like lots of Kino. So then maybe this is a Kino Mania week. Is it? Well, you'll find out when I do my haul video after this. So let's go ahead and close out this video. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am JevMan316, your pop culture reporter. That's what it says right there, JevMan316 Live. That's usually on Sunday nights. We'll join up right here. You guys, me, right here, around 9 p.m. on Sunday nights, Eastern Standard Time. We watch along the movie, talk about pop culture, physical media. Yeah, that's what we did in this. We mainly looked for physical media in this. It was kind of fun going into, Barnes & Noble. They did have at least one new release. I saw in there, Devil's Advocate. They've got a sale still on the Kino stuff for 50% off, and I think the selected Paramount titles are 50% off during this next month. I think at least through beginning of April or whatever. So check the site. It'll let you know which ones, but it was kind of cool doing that. And then going into the Walmart, finding a couple things in, it's an off week, but finding that Friday the 13th box set finally in one of my Walmarts. I know you can probably still get it online, but it's cool being able to find it. Now, having that spider wrap on there and putting it in a spot where you can't even get it out and it being damaged, now that sucked. But hey, my Walmarts had not gotten it yet. So if you guys we're still looking for that, out in the store so you could see the condition of it or, hold it in your hands. That is kind of cool that my Walmart did get it. So don't give up on it. Your Walmart might still get that. And then, $5 bin. I wish they would add Steelbooks back in there. I wish they would, add more Blu-rays. You got the Running Man that we found in there, but it's still cool that Walmart is really supporting physical media still. Lots of new slip covers you can get, finding that little Nikki and also the Tenacious D Shout Select title in Walmart on the display. That's kind of cool. You have to admit that. So, Walmart is still supporting it. Barnes & Noble does. I know they're expensive, but at least they do have some sales. So keep supporting physical media by going out there and keep supporting me. The easiest way to do it is drop likes, comment, subscribe, and share. Do all that normal YouTube stuff. I've dropped quite a few videos in the last couple weeks other than hunts and hauls. So check out my pet peeve video, physical media pet peeves, and put in the comments down below here or there some of your pet peeves about collecting I did a Goodwill hunt video. I did a thrift store video that I just dropped. Please watch all of those and support all those any way you can. If you don't want to do just that, if you want to support me other ways, after you subscribe, you can hit the notification bell, but look in the description down below. My Valoria video affiliate link still works, and you guys are still using it, so you rock. It helps the channel because anything that I get from those purchases, I do reinvest in the channel. I've got a Valoria video unboxing that I got a couple titles from there that I want to show you guys in a video. It'll probably come right after this week's haul video, so watch out for that. Also, use the code JeffMan316. You get 10% off your first purchase there. My eBay store is down there. I do randomly sell physical media there. So support me any way you can. But the easiest way to do it is watch the videos, drop likes on them, make comments, get some activity on the videos, or use the hype feature to hype it up. I know that helps it too. So I really do appreciate the support. So keep watching the videos and I'll keep making them. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying you guys be safe out there.